wasn't it? Hey, got a question for you. Where did Captain Hook get his hook for his hand? Secondhand store. Okay, enough of that. Hey, do you happen to see any really nice windows behind me?
Yeah.
Isn't that great? They're wonderful looking. Well, I welcome you today. Glad that you are here with us to worship the Lord, to lift up His name. It's just such a beautiful place. And as we continue, just a reminder to always make sure to check to see where you can plug in the life of the church. Lots of things happening in which you can make some relationships with other people and become more a part of our church together. Here in just a little bit, the ushers are going to be passing out what's called the attendance register. So make sure that you do note your register your attendance with us. And if you are our guest, make sure that you put your name and a few pieces of information that we can get in contact with you. Just send you a word of, oh, by the way, here they come right now. So just make sure you do that so we can send you a word of greeting. Immediately following the service for a little bit is a meeting about the keys. If you are a key holder for the church for either building, the Board of Trustees have put together some expectations of our use. So make sure that, hey Bruce, again, do you want us just to meet over here? Oh, okay, or classroom 2, huh? Or classroom 2, which is just over on this side over here. Speaking of where stuff is, if you need to know where the bathrooms are, they're right over there. There's 5 of them right over that way. So those are there for your use. So again, if you have a key, use a key for the building. The Board of Trustees want to meet with you over in classroom 2 on this side of the building. Other thing, just another little housekeeping thing that we need to make sure we talk about has to do with parking. There is handicap parking along the parking lot entrance, which is over on this side. So there's, I think, at least half a dozen, if not 7 parking spots here for those who are in need of some extra assistance getting in the building. Of course, there's also here, this is not necessarily handicap parking, but this is for those who have some difficulty walking and so need to have a closer avenue to get in the building. So these spots, well, I guess what they're like right here. So anyway, so right in the alley, yes. So make sure that, you know, here's a good thing that we really ought to start probably practicing. What's it called? Sitting closer to the front and parking farther away. Okay, sitting closer to the front and parking farther away. That is good for our guests because sometimes they come in late and need to, instead of having to march all the way down here, can sit in the back, or now they can sit in the balcony. So those are some things to practice. The other thing concerning doors is if you happen to come in during the week, during office hours, this door over here off the main parking lot will be open. So that's where you need to come in. The other thing I wanted to mention is that this coming Wednesday is a parish-wide service, Ash Wednesday service, Greater Clarksburg Cooperative Parish. So I hope that you will be in attendance for that as we start the season of Lent. Quiet Day United Methodist Church at 7 o'clock. At this point, I'd like to invite Rob Murphy to come forward. He's our Director of Children and Youth Ministries. He's got an announcement he'd like to share. We've got a microphone we can borrow.
Thank you. Good morning. Good morning. All right. A little tired. It's been another wild, wonderful weekend in the Murphy house. So we started off Friday night. Some of us around are wearing some crazy looking t-shirts. We had about 11 to 12 Duff Street members attend Winter Jam 2020 in Charleston. The youth had a blast. I think Eric Gum and I might have had a better time than the kids, but we had a blast. So we've all got, a lot of us got t-shirts to different artists. Timothy's got a sweatshirt on, Lily's got one on. But we had a great time. Next year I'm hoping to take a band full and then have to rent a second band to get everybody down there. That's my plan for next year, but it was a great time. Toward the end of the night, our youth had their hands in the air, worshiping God, and just having a wonderful time. So it was to see that was amazing. Also, beginning March 4th, Run the Race. This is a Bible study on Wednesday nights from 7 to 8 for my senior high kids, grades 9 through 12. If you're interested or know anybody that would like to join us, just let me know. It's going to run for 5 weeks from 7 to 8. We'll have a room over there in the Multi-Ministries building for us to share together and have a Bible study with our high school kids. So I'm really looking forward to that as well. Also, just some help I need. Our snack case in the Godly backyard is running low. So if you'd like to donate some snacks, crackers, gummies, anything, cookies, you can bring them next Sunday if you'd like to make a donation. If not, maybe drop them off to Michelle during the week, during business hours. That would be greatly appreciated. We don't need juice boxes. I've got a lot of juice boxes, but we do need some crackers, stuff like that. So, other than that, oh, one more thing. Also, if you are on my list for Sunday school teaching in March, you're still on. We're going to use you. We do have some things changing, which we're going to go over with, and I'll go over with you all next week. But I will need people who are willing to sit at the doors on Sunday mornings during Sunday school time. Just kind of keep an eye on the door, let people in and out that don't have access, so we can get all of our visitors in, get our kids where they need to be, and make sure they're safe. So if anybody would like to give us a hand with that, let me know. We're still working on the details. So that's all.
All right, the very last thing I want to mention is I was informed there's a birthday tomorrow. So it's Nancy. How did I know that? So we're gonna sing happy birthday to Nancy, okay? Remember the woo part, okay? You ready? Happy birthday to you. Woo! Happy birthday to you. Woo! Happy birthday, dear Nancy. Woo! Happy birthday to you. Woo! Happy birthday, Nancy. Then we're going to turn things over now to Alex, our contemporary worship leader. So let's turn our attention to him.
Good morning. Just another refresher on the shirts. Those are $10 for the shirts, $5 for the decals. We've got youth sizes there listed and adult. If you want to place an order, you can do that now, and I can just collect the money when they come. I'd like to get all the orders done next Sunday, March 1st. That way we can get them processed and printed and ready to go on the 8th, so we'll have them for the 15th. So if you have any orders, see me, see Ricky. You can see Michelle during the week, and she can get that to me also. If you'd stand with us now, we'll go to the Lord.
Guilty
I seek you, my soul thirsts for you, my flesh faints for you, as in a dry and weary land where there is no water. So I have looked upon you in the sanctuary, beholding your power and glory. Because your steadfast love is better than life, my lips will praise you. So I will bless you as long as I live. I will lift up my hands and call upon your name. Let's go to the Lord in prayer. Father, we just surrender to you this morning. We're here solely to worship you. Help us to step aside and let you take control of our lives. You're the captain of our ship, the master of our souls, and the keeper of our hearts. In you we place our hope. Take us and use us for the building of your kingdom. And we give it all to you.